On Israel National Radio and Facebook, this is News and Jews. I'm Robert Cait. The whole Jewish world is buzzing about the way Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper spoke at the Knesset.
Robert, you are Canadian, aren't you?
Yes, Prime Minister Netanyahu. I'm originally from Toronto.
Do you see any similarities between Israel and Canada?
Definitely. Israelis say, and Canadians say, you're
right.
In Canada, Quebec speaks French.
Same thing in Netanya.
Canadians love hockey, where you go around carrying a weapon and occasionally punch the person next to you.
In Israel, we call that grocery shopping.
Canada has the Great Plains of Alberta.
Israel has the Great Plains of the Israeli Air Force.
Canada has New Brunswick.
Israel has New Brunswick.
Canada has Nova Scotia,
where the greatest lux in the world comes from.
See, Canada and Israel really are a match.
Book the chuppah.
On Israel National Radio and Facebook, this has been News and Jews. I'm Robert Cait.
You're listening to Israel National Radio.
Arad Sheva is a station which I have admired for many, many years, and I just want to close by saying what an honor it is to be on this program. Arad Sheva is the one station in Israel that calls the shots as it sees them.
You're listening to Out Sheva, Israel National Radio. Out Sheva features daily podcast, video, live programs on current events, Torah, culture, and more. Check it out at israelnationalradio.com.
You are a Jew. In February, Israeli soldiers helped a Palestinian woman give birth. You didn't read about it unless you subscribed to the Israel National News. 2 days later, an Israeli woman gave birth in a Palestinian hospital. Where did you read it? AP, CBS News, every major paper. Google it. Go ahead. This is a PR war, and they are winning.
You're listening to Arut Sheva, Israel National Radio and Israel National News. Download our podcasts, listen to our live radio, and subscribe to our daily email news service, israelnationalradio.com.
This is Robert Cait asking you to please help keep my kids in day school. Hire me for your event. My stand-up comedy show is kosher, clean, and hilarious. I play all over the world. Drop me a line at info@robertcait.com. info@robertcait.com.
Shalom everyone, I'm Omar. I'm a Lebanese Arab living in Brussels, Belgium, and I love listening to Israel National Radio because I can get the latest news and perspectives in English from Israel, the only true democracy in the Middle East.